Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Integration Series. My name is Richard Somiari Jr., and I've spent nearly a decade in the space from the engineering side to solutions consulting and now sales. My goal is to share as much experience with you to help guide you through your digital transformation needs. So, in our last episode, we talked about the three integration methods, those being traditional code, low to no code, and plug and play tools. Today, I would like to take a deeper dive into traditional code style of integration. Usually, this is the most common method of integrating, typically because you have either the resources in house or it's just what you know. That is great. You get the most flexibility out of code. Usually, where the problems arise is as you continually adopt more modernized technology, such as cloud based technologies, and you continually span that integration landscape. That integration now turns from maybe a point to point integration to now you have 6, 7 plus different applications that all have a hand code or a specific point to point integration. What ends up happening is you get what we like to call a spaghetti architecture. Now that once asset integration that you had to automate your business is now turning into more of a liability. Why? Because no one really knows what is going on behind the scenes because it is so complex. And typically, maybe you have one or a few members of your team that own or house that information in their head. So not just the complexity, but now the knowledge of your infrastructure is siloed, as well as it becomes very resource intensive to expand beyond that point. So what typically happens there is that it becomes very expensive, and next thing you know, you're trying to implement something new and something else breaks. Now, the solution to that is what we like to call a low to no code or iPaaS tool. iPaaS stands for Integration Platform as a Service. Now, that's where I've spent a lot of my time. With the tool that I've used in the past or that I currently work with is Boomi. I would highly recommend them as a first choice because number one, they were ranked at the highest on execution in the last Gartner Magic Quadrant. So, with the benefits of tools like Boomi or iPaaS technologies is that they reduce the barrier of entry not only to creating integrations, but then they adopt a reusable infrastructure to allow you to scale. So complexity when it comes to these integration is much, much less because the way you're building in these are more of a drag and drop or a flow based or configuration based approach. So the skill set that's needed to not only adopt but maintain these integrations are vastly reduced. Additionally, you can move away from that point-to-point integration and rather have a bit more of a centralized integration approach where you no longer need to remove one integration. It's now a bit more of a hub and spoke model where you can go rather than one to one, you can now go one to many or vice versa. Additionally, this typically comes at a cost. So my advice is to really understand the cost behind these iPaaS systems, understand the cost that maybe your business is losing due to human error, lack of automation, or just the complexity of your current your current integration set, because that will help in understanding the value of some of these iPaaS systems. That being said, I hope this was helpful. Really do appreciate your time, and I'll catch you for the next episode. Cheers.